Hello everyone, welcome to BS Explain. In this video, we'll see how to use axCommunity jar module. The helpful feature that I'm going to show you. There are many helpful features in that jar module, but the one which I'm going to show you is the one which we will most likely to be using in our field commissioning or other activities that you guys do while you're doing your engineering or commissioning. So let's get on with it. I've created a station axCommunity. So I'm just gonna go inside the station. So I'm gonna create a new icon saying points here. Alright, so first things first, what we're gonna do is you need to download this axCommunity jar module, and to do that you could easily go onto your web, type in axCommunity jar file. The first one you'll see is from the Niagara4. If you guys go inside, there is a signed and an unsigned version of this thing. You can download it from here. Once you download it, you can come back to your installable file path and then just install it. If you have your workbench open, just restart it so that you'll see this in the palette. So to go to the palette, you can go here, palette here. If you want to search axCommunity, you'll see it from here. If you click OK, you'll see the palette over here. So what we're trying to do today is to use this BatchLinkEditor. What this gives us is it helps us in creating batch links between the points. While let's say you guys are doing an average of the VAVs room temperature, you have 60 VAVs and that has to be shared with one single air handler. So you need all 60 room temperature points to be linked to an average block or something like that. So this will help you create in one single shot. So I'm going to show you how we do that. I'm going to create just numeric writables. Just duplicate these. I'll do 10 each. So what I'm gonna do is so I've created, let me do this. So I've created 1 to 10 and then I've created A1 to A10, which I'm doing it right now. Alright, so I've created this just for the sake of it, so it helps us out. I'm gonna correlate these so that when we see the actual picture, you'll get to know which one is getting linked to what. So let's do this here. Alright. So now that we have 1 through 10 and then A1 through A10 over here, we're going to use this BatchLinkEditor. So you drag and drop your XY sheet here, and what you do inside this is you go inside. This gives you what you need to put inside this so that it creates the batch link for it. So I'll explain what this is. So you copy this. Let's go back here. What I usually do is I always create a spreadsheet for myself, which makes things way easier for me to deal with it. So what I do is inside the spreadsheet, just paste this one over here. Now this is the whole thing which you need. Now the first thing what you need is the ORD. The next thing you need is the source ORD. The next thing what you need is the source slot, and then I'm going to leave some space here. The other thing you need is again ORD, then the target ORD, and then the target slot. Now to explain you what this means, an ORD is an actual path of your point. So if you click on this, copy this over here, you can go back to this. Let's say I'm just going to copy this over here, paste. This whole thing of from station to this thing becomes your ORD. What is the source ORD? Now the actual point name of yours becomes the source ORD. I'm going to put it here. What is our source slot? Now you want an out or going to an input here. So your source slot becomes the out. So what I'm going to do is create with a semicolon here, a comma here, and a comma here, because your source slot has to get with a comma and a comma here. So, and since we are doing it this way, I'm just going to include the commas here. I'll explain why I've done this before. So this becomes your one part of it. Now we need the target side. What is our target? A1. So let's copy this over. So I'm going to paste this onto the side here, just for our understanding. So I'm going to take the whole ORD, paste it here, expand. What is my target over here? This would be A1. What is my target slot? Now, target slot is in 10. Remember, the one thing which you want to do here is we don't use actual case sensitive letters which has been shown over there. Everything here is lowercase. If you see this, out is lowercase, in is lowercase. As you see over here, your out has uppercase O and in has an uppercase I, but we don't use it building this. Okay, so now that I have done this, I need 10 of these. So I'm just gonna calculate, let's say I need it till here, 10 entries. So I'm gonna copy this, Control D works for this. So I'm just gonna write this here, Control D. You could just copy all over, and then for you to do this, either you drag and drop, or even if you double click, it takes you all the way till here. Now I don't need this thing, so $3 means it's a numeric point, so I don't need a 0 here. Instead I need a 10, so I would do a $3 10. This again, I need all of these the same, so I'm going to do this, which is another Control D again. Same goes for this. I could do this to both at once. Now for this one, I could just double click here. It gives me A1 to A10. Now the space I've left here is for a particular reason. Now again, this one, if I go back to the original statement, which is here, so I need a comma over here, which I had missed. So I'm gonna include a comma here, and then I'm gonna say I need this thing duplicated. Now what I need this is to be joined together with all of these, right? So why I did this was for the ease of duplicating all of these in one single shot. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this as final odd. I'm gonna use the command concat. This is an Excel command, so you can use this. What it does is it combines this cell, this cell, this cell, this cell, this cell, and this cell, and then close the bracket. So you see the final already coming, and this is what I need for my batch link. Now when I double click on, or say do this, it picks up from everything what we have over here. Now I'm gonna copy this. This is what I need. I go back to my workbench. Inside batch link creator, in the space where it says in link list CSV, I'm gonna put this over here, paste. You don't have to deal with any of these. All you have to do is paste your links, right click on this action and dry run. You'll see the links created is 10, our success is 1. Since you saw there is execute, dry run, what I did was dry run, which said, do I have any errors in these inputs? I don't, in which case it gave me 10. Now just for the sake of it, I'm going to do this. Let's say I have 11, right? So I'm going to save this. Now A11 is no part of the points created here, right? So what happens if I do, what I'm going to do is reset counts and then clear outputs. So you'll see everything goes back to 0 here again. I'm going to do a dry run. So you'll see 9 links were created. There is 1 failed link. And what was the failed link? You can see it from here. 10 of 10 error, invalid ORD, station A11. So there, which means there is no point called A11. This is an invalid point that you're giving me, right? So you'll get the validation here before you try to execute it. So I'm going to save this back to A10, what it had. Alright, so let's go for it. Now I'll come back out here on the link creator. You can just go to actions and do execute. It will ask you for pop-up, and as you see, once it executes, all links created is 10. As you can see, all these 10 links have been created on itself. So once you build your CSV like this, let's say be it 60 points, 100 points, it doesn't matter. You can just do it in 1 single second once you build this Excel file, and then put it into batch link creator within the Smart, right? A pretty handy feature to have, right? So there are n number of other features as well. Maybe I'll do in some other video, but this is the most I have been using in axCommunity jar. So I just wanted to share with you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Just let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. I'll go for it. Thank you.